Hello, Mr. Edstrom. First question I'm going to ask is, what is your favorite thing about working at VHS?
I love that every day is different. If yesterday was not a good day, every day is a fresh start. Every semester is a fresh start. Every year is a fresh start. And that's one of the things I try to pass on to the students is that, you know what, we're not locked to the past. We can keep moving forward because yesterday wasn't good, but today's a new day.
Very positive. I like that. How long have you been teaching?
I believe this is my 7th year.
Now, has all 7 been at VHS?
As a teacher, yes.
Okay. What was your reasoning for becoming a social studies teacher?
Well, I've always loved history, politics, those types of things, even as a very small child.
Oh.
And one of the first books I read was a book on the Revolutionary War. I think I was probably 6 years old or something. And I remember it to this day. And it just, something about reading about people's lives in the past really evokes some kind of, strong feelings in me. And for many, many years, I just enjoyed history and had a strong connection to social studies in general. And I was very good at it in school. My mother used to tell me that I already am a teacher. Why don't I go become a teacher? Because she said, you already are one. You're always teaching us about this or that. And she said, when I became a teacher, she said, I knew you were a teacher. Just, I don't know what took you so long.
So I take it that was your favorite class when you were a child?
Yeah, I had a lot of class. I really liked English class because I like to write and I love to read. I think reading is one of the most important things you can do. And some people say that reading isn't relevant anymore because we're in such a technological society. And I think it's even more relevant now that we're in the technological type of society. But yeah, it was my favorite subject.
What is your favorite memory of being a teacher? As being a teacher, I mean.
Of being a teacher. Well, there's so many, because there's so many different students I've had and different experiences. So it's hard to nail it down to just one. I would think that I'm going to create paint a picture for you. It's something that's happened multiple times, but it's something that when you know that you've really truly helped a student in ways that possibly life-changing for them, and they let you know in some way that you've done that for them. That those moments are few and far between, but they're really important, very special. It's what motivates me to keep going. But there's been many times when that's happened.
What is your favorite grade to teach and why?
What are the theories around this?
Okay.
I like freshmen because they're new and you can kind of mold them to a certain extent. They're also fairly well behaved because they're new and they're in a new place.
Okay.
So they're somewhat vulnerable, so you can manipulate them if you need to. They haven't had me before, so I find it's really easy to engage freshmen. Sophomores are a pain because they still act like freshmen, but they aren't freshmen.
Oh yeah.
So they have this certain annoying quality. I don't dislike them, I'm just saying it's, and then I'm going to skip ahead to seniors. Seniors are cool because by now you've developed a lot of relationships with them and that part's fun. But they're kind of ready to get out, and then especially in their second semester they're kind of a pain. They're really annoying. They go back to being annoying again. Juniors I think are my favorite because they're looking forward to being seniors. They're not sophomores anymore. It's kind of my favorite time. They're kind of a little bit more relaxed, confident, and I find that the work I get them to do more work than the other grades.
Oh, okay. I know you were in the Army.
Was-
What section of the Army were you in?
What section?
Yeah, like what part of the Army?
I was in the medical field. I started off as a medic, Army medic, where they trained you to save people, but also kill people. It's kind of a weird, it's a weird experience. Then after a while, I switched to become a surgical technician, where I worked in a hospital, assisting doctors with various surgeries, which also led me to opportunities where I was attached to field hospitals in combat areas. So for example, in the first Gulf War Desert Storm, I was assigned to a unit that would go to where the battles were, and not right by the battle, but fairly close by, relatively safe.
Okay.
You know.
Well, that will conclude our interview. Thank you, Mr. Edstrom,
You're welcome.
for coming today. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.